Welcome to another week of Candid Moments with myself, Sapphire. This week's topic, I'm sharing with you my year's events. So what a year it's been and how I've reflected on it. This is going to be our last show of the year and our last show that I'm doing for Candid Moments. I know I can hear the tears and I can hear the ahs, why is it going to be going? But wait for it, I've got some other good things coming up for you at the end of this presentation. If you like what you hear, don't forget to go on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or even YouTube and like, share, and tell other people about what we are doing at the Savvy Women group. So let me get started. So as you know, the year started 2021 in January, but what a year it's been for me. This year, January, I not only started a new business, the Savvy Women Investors Academy, which I will talk about in a minute, but I lost the love of my life, my mum. My mum passed away on January the 25th of this year, and it was heartbreaking, to say the least. Me and my family went through a massive grieving process, and we're still going through that grieving process. But I know my mum was a champion. And she loved to bake, she loved to cook, and she was all about family. And when we got together and gave her a send-off, we sent her off in a horse and cart, white horse and cart. We had family round, and as you know, we was going through the pandemic at the time, so it was a small gathering. But she had a wonderful send-off. I miss her, and I will always miss my mum. But we also celebrated her as well, for the woman she was and how she raised us as her 4 children that she gave life to. That's 3 girls and 1 boy. We had an adventurous time with my mum. We'd go on holidays, we'd do a lot of outings together. My mum loved to dance, my mum loved to sing, and she loved hip hop. That's something that people don't know. She loved hip hop and would always go to the movies and watch all of those dance movies together. She had her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I think last count was over 20. So as you can see, she lived a full life. She was a wonderful woman. She could bake, she could cook, and she just was there to support us all. But we miss her dearly. And that's what happened at the beginning of my year. During the time of losing my mum, I was in the process on the 18th of January. I just launched a new business. And having to tell my members that I lost my mum, but I will be continuing, was the hardest thing and decision I had to make. I'm not one for letting down people, and I could hear my mum in my ears saying, Sapphire, just get on with it. Death comes to us all, therefore you must just try and live your life. So I continued with the Savvy Women Investors Academy and welcomed over 40 members into the Academy. And they have done tremendous strides in their property journey, learning all the different strategies that they have, learning all the different tools and what the mechanics is behind investing in property. Some have gone on to do wonderful things and have bought their first investments. And I'm very proud of my members. And I appreciate everything that they have done and trusted me, even when I had a loss just after their course had started. They trusted me that I will continue, and I did successfully. Then I launched the Property Investors Show. It's a podcast that goes out weekly, and that's been a great success. We're coming up to season 3 in January. We've just done season 1 and 2, which was absolutely brilliant. If you haven't seen it, go over to YouTube and look out for the Savvy Property Investors Show, where we had quite a lot of guests, 24 guests, talking about various strategies, HMOs, financing, you name it, they were talking about it, lease options. And it was a welcome and refreshing learning curve and tools that you can use in your property investment business. I then went on to launch My Savvy VA. Now, why am I launching so many businesses in 1 year? Well, there was a need for property investors to have a virtual assistant working alongside them so they can build out their funnel. They can get them to do the work that they don't love to do. And we realized that there was a gap in the property investment space, and we took that gap. So we launched the My Savvy VA, where we help property investors with their administration and marketing and anything else that they need. And we also help businesses as well. So it's not just primarily for property investors. We do help busy professionals out there. This year as well, I launched my new book, How to Become a Savvy Woman in Property Investing and Nail It. Again, this was a tremendous in the works for the last few years, and I actually put it out this year, and it's done great. I'm always about making people understand and learn not only about the investment realm, but about themselves. And this book is done differently to other property books out there. It really helps you to establish yourself as a property investor, but looking inside as well, building your confidence and what you aspire to do on your journey. So this book is written for you in mind. It takes examples from my personal life and my journey throughout investing and where I started and where I am now. So go ahead and buy it. It's now on Amazon for you to review and buy. Well, what a fantastic year. Again, it has been. I have become an award finalist 5 times and won 3 awards as well. So I've become an award finalist for GTEx for Grit, Mentor, and Influencer. And a new business that was a Savvy Women in Investors Academy, and another award for the Savvy Women Investors Academy. As you can see, my professional skills, my 30 years of experience has afforded me to go ahead and become a finalist in these categories. And I'm really appreciative to all of the companies that have looked at my awards applications and said, yes, we think you're worthy of a finalist, and I appreciate it. So meet the team. Behind me, there is a team. I'm not just wearing multiple hats as you do, or as you may think you do. Chantel is my personal assistant, but she's more than that. She works on various things, our blogs. She makes sure our content's put together. She does so many things within the company, and I call her a priceless asset. Alicia looks at all of our campaigns and making sure that they go out on all the social medias and everything in between. She also looks at for any articles that I may be worthy of me putting myself forward for, any awards or anything like that. So she's really good at getting me into the spaces and getting me out there as an expert. Kate is a needed asset. Kate has done all of our YouTubes, our videos that you see about, our blogs, uploading it, connecting with our clients via email, and making sure that the business is just running well. Marion was our first team member, and she's been working with me over a year now, and I really am appreciative of her. She's putting a lot of effort behind the different products and services that we offer, and we're launching a new magazine which she is heading up next year. Celine is my daughter, but also I will call her the second lieutenant in the Savvy Women group. Celine does everything that I can think of within the business. She also does the main finances of the company and making sure everything is ticking over. I don't know what I would do without her sometimes. She's a brilliant asset, and so is everyone else. Thank you, team, for this year, for 2021, and for being the people that you are. My personal development and training this year. So I first started off with the Growth Academy, that was Zoe, and learning about social media and what is needed to take your business to the next level. Zoe was very instrumental in really getting me out and speaking on camera, would you believe? I was very shy before, but she was very instrumental in doing that, allowing me to do videos in the group and things like that. And also building out our content, which was really good to learn. How do you build content? How do you connect with your audiences? GTEx was definitely instrumental in the awards and how to apply for awards, what to look out for. That also was building my brand as well, helping me build myself as an expert, making sure what I was putting out there was connecting with my audience. And they were instrumental in helping me achieve that. Alongside my coach, who was Michelle Raymond, who really has put a lot of effort into working with me to build out my business and making me more aware of what opportunities are out there. So I thank you for that. And Katya, the viral bundle system. As you may have seen on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we have launched the Property Investors Toolkit. And the viral bundle system was definitely behind this. Her and her team. They were instrumental in showing us how to do this system and how to make sure that it works for your business, what the ins and outs were, and all the scenes behind. I have created a fantastic product because of this training. And now I have launched it. So it's out there for you to buy. It will be in the comments. And it's only £37. So go ahead and buy it. Click the link below. But these people have really been instrumental in my journey this year in educating myself further. I'm always about education, and I always believe that get the people in your team that will help you move your business in a direction of growth and also wealth. So it's been good and bad times this year. As you can see, I've had date nights with my daughter. I've taken the Savvy Women Investors Academy to all the ladies out for dinner. We've had tea together where we was listening to music and wanting to get up and dance to the DJ sounds. I went to a photographer, I got a whole plethora of pictures done. It was fantastic, champagne day. But also I was ill and I ended up in hospital having to have some minor heart tracing done. So I had to go in hospital and had a small operation with that. Also had friends' birthdays that we went out to and celebrated those, had lovely dinners, and there was parties as well. And that we attended. And also I always have an August barbecue and I invite different people over for that celebration. Also, my first meeting at the ZC Academy we went to, and that was our first meet humans for this year. And that was fantastic having done that. And my little grandbaby, as you can see there, it was Lego day for him. I also have date nights with my grandchildren, and it was his time to have Nanny over to play Lego. And that's what we did. We built houses and he wore me out for the day, I can tell you. And then my daughter, we had Chinese for dinner, and it was a lovely time. So as you can see, different events over the year, good and bad. But to be honest, life was very good to us this year. I'm also a proud member of the Dubai Business Council. I was honored to become a member this year with them, and I intend to really develop myself through the Dubai Business Women Council to see where I can go later next year, 2022. Watch this space. So what have I really learned this year? I've learned a lot about myself and resilience and how to navigate, how to develop myself as well, to stretch myself, to understand that there's sometimes where I just need to rest. I've learned how to develop a business again and again. I've created 3 companies this year. But what has that taught me? It's taught me about me. It's taught me about other people out there as well, how I can help, how I can assist. And I feel like I've become more mature. Yes, I've got 1 year older, but I think I've become more mature in myself, being able to navigate life and putting personal issues aside, continue with a business and all these different challenges that can be thrown at you, health challenges, financial challenges that can come at you. How do you deal with them? And I've learned that this year, I have the staying power and I have the willpower to keep on doing what I do. Because why? I love what I do. I'm passionate about helping women in their strides to become property investors and building out their business. And that's my joy and will continue to be my joy way beyond next year, 2022. So what's new for next year? Well, this is our final Candid Moments. But we'll be bringing you new and different podcast shows called Sisters with Attitude Talks, SWAT. And it's based around different topics that people do not like to talk about, but I'll be sharing with you on this new talk show. I'm also expanding the Savvy Property Investors Show and talking about business elements as well. So as much as we'll be doing majority on property investments and finances and such like, we'll also be introducing a business side to it as well. We'll be launching our magazine next year, and we'll be launching new property products and property for property investors, and much, much more. There's so much going on at the moment, and we really will be just getting everything ready for you for 2022. So this brings us to our end of the year. You'll next see us in January 2022. But if you would like to get hold of us, and these are our contact details, you can reach us at info@savvywomen.co.uk or our website, savvywomen.co.uk, or reach out to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I'll be happy to have meetings with you, but we are now resting on Candid Moments and bringing you new shows for 2022. I hope you enjoyed this short whistle stop of what's happened this year for the Savvy Women Group. Thank you for being here, and thank you for having us in your inbox and your video feeds for the last year. It's really been fun, and we've enjoyed being here. We look forward to sharing more with you in 2022.